How's everybody? Well, I think the players kind of delivered. They had good energy and enthusiasm to start the game. Uh, so I was really happy with the way that, we came out and played in this game. So they kind of answered the bell the way we wanted them to. There's always, some little bit of shoddy areas that you obviously need to clean up, which we certainly have a few of those, and we'll work on it. But I thought the atmosphere was great. The fans were great. And I really thought the players did a good job. We did a good job on third down. They do a lot of stuff on offense. I think the defensive players did a good job of adjusting and adapting, not giving up a lot of big plays. And, offensively, we ran, had good balance, and, did a pretty good job of passing the ball, made some explosive plays, did a good job on third down. So, pretty good. We obviously got things that we need to work on, which we'll pay attention to, but like the attitude of the team. We got a couple guys banged up. I don't know the extent of their injuries, Jalen Key and Malachi Moore both, but we'll see how that goes. They'll get evaluated tomorrow and probably know more soon.
Start on the right with Charlie.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned the explosive plays. Just what do you think of your wide receivers' ability to get separation tonight?
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
The wide receivers, you mentioned the explosive plays. What do you think of their ability to get separation?
Well, they did a good job of getting open. Look, no disrespect to these guys. They play hard. They got a good team. They do a good job of coaching. They present a lot of problems for you. But we're going to have to separate against a little different caliber of guy in the future. So that's going to be important, and we keep working on that and understand that, and I think we'll be fine. But I do think the receiver group has improved. I think there's better depth. I think there's more guys that can make plays. I think there's more confidence. So I'm sort of pleased with the way that group has developed.
Back left with back right.
And just specific to the wide receivers, we didn't see Corey Brooks in the first half. What did you see from him in fall camp, and what would you like to see from him going forward?
He was sitting out the first half for, I know you guys have a job to do, and you know how much I love you and want you to help you do your job and, all that, and give you depth charts. But I'm not going to reveal to you what a guy did or didn't do to put himself in a position where he sat out the first half. But he sat out the first half.
We'll stay over here with Nick Alvarez.
What do you think of the offensive line play tonight, and specifically Caden?
They did a good job. I thought there was times they do a lot of stuff up front, a lot of plug and backers, a lot of movements. So it makes it, a little difficult to sometimes. I said before that they're a little big, little. They gave you some bad plays, but I thought that overall we did a good job. We did a really good job in protection. When we got sacked, it was running back who didn't block his guy. So I thought they did a good job, and I think that we're going to have that kind of balance. That's the kind of balance we want to have in the future. So just got to keep on working on it, because I'm sure we're going to play some really good front sevens down the road as well.
Step here with Katie in the middle.
Throughout fall camp, the players talked about wanting to play with toughness and physicality this season and having that identity. What did you see in that area on both sides of the ball tonight?
No, I was pleased with that. I certainly, that's what we've asked them to do, and I think they competed well in the game. I think they played hard in the game. I think they were trying to be physical. They played with really good toughness, and their team plays hard and their team plays with toughness. So I think we certainly matched that, and I think that was something that was a real positive for us.
Go to Matt right here.
What went into Jalen Milrow getting the start tonight, and what do you think how he played?
I think Jaden did a good job. I think he's had a good fall camp. I thought he played well in both scrimmages. I think he's more confident, doing a good job in the passing game. His athleticism helps him. We scored a touchdown on a fumbled snap, which wasn't his fault. the center ball slipped out of his hand and rolled back, picks it up and runs it for a touchdown. He's a threat to, pull the ball into zone plays, which he scored a touchdown on that. So, and I thought he threw the ball effectively. So I thought he played well. There was one play early in the game where they run sonic field blitz, which, we're supposed to check out of the play. We didn't get it checked. So there's always things like that you could do a little bit better, but I think that experience is basically an accumulation of things that you learn from the mistakes that you make. That's what experience is. And I think as he continues to develop and gain experience, he's going to play better and better. But I thought he played well tonight.
Step right here with Kurt.
Yes, Coach, you talked earlier about tackling, and tonight, to my eyes, anyway, it looked pretty good. What you thought about the tackling?
Yeah, we tackled decent. I think we had a couple missed tackles, but and I thought that especially you saw the perimeter plays that they ran, whether they were jet sweeps, bubble passes, smoke passes, advantage throws, whatever. The whole game plan, which kind of told the players it would be this way, that they would get the ball out quick. We wouldn't have a lot of chances to get a whole bunch of sacks. Ball was going to come out quick. We're going to have to break on the ball, and we're going to have to tackle well in space. And I think that we did a pretty good job of that, and I think that's why they didn't have very many explosive plays.
Chase. Right.
This past week, you mentioned the emphasis on cutting down penalties in the preseason. There were none by the offense, only 2 by the defense. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, that's one of the goals, play penalty free, whether it's special teams or we had one on special teams, I think, too. Or offense, defense, don't give the other team advantage by giving away yards and field position and putting yourself in the hole with penalties. Giving the other team first downs when you make undisciplined type penalties. You're always going to have some penalties in the game, but the pre-snap, line of scrimmage, undisciplined type penalties, I think, are the things you really want to focus on eliminating, and playing with good technique will eliminate other penalties. So, one of the things I said to the players was, if you really have confidence and you believe in yourself, do you have to jump off sides to win? Do you have to line up in the backfield on offense to pass block? Do you have to hold a guy in coverage to be able to cover him? I don't think anybody should think that they need to do any of those things. So let's do it the right way. And I think they did a good job of that tonight.
2 more. Austin.
Yeah, you talked about Jalen needing more experience moving forward. How do you think tonight's positive performance will help him moving forward to next week and beyond?
And who is that?
Jalen Milrow. But Jalen Milrow, positive performance, how that will help him build towards.
So you're asking me to speculate, and I answer a hypothetical question about how some guy's going to perform in the future? I don't really know. I mean, I love him. I think he's doing well. I know he's working hard to try to improve. He's a good competitor. He'll do everything he can to play his best. But I don't have. This is a Coke bottle. It's not a crystal ball. How do you think he'll play? Do you have any idea? Hard to know. It's what we all strive for, though. I mean, we want everybody to play well, and we're going to try to prepare them the best way we can. But that's why you play the games.
Finish with Evan.
Coach, a lot of tight ends got on the field tonight. Could you just talk about their play, and specifically Amari Neblack?
Talking about the receivers. We need a new sound system in here, or I can't hear one or the other. All right, so the tight ends, I thought the tight ends did okay. I think we have better tight ends on our team than we've had in the past. CJ gives us something we haven't had, which is a good, strong, solid blocker at Y. Amari is a really good pass receiver, made a really nice catch down the middle today. He's improved his blocking. Danny is a good blocker and a good Y. Robbie Utes is kind of a H-back, old-fashioned fullback type of guy that can do certain things really well. So that group is, I think, much better than we've had in the last couple of years. I mean, we've had to play an offensive tackle at tight end to be able to do some of the things that we're doing now. So I'm pleased with the progress that group has made, and hopefully that'll help us in the future. It's hard to run the ball in the perimeter when you don't have guys that can block at tight end, and we've got power at tackle. So hopefully we can continue to improve on how effectively we can run the ball as well because of those two things, including the tight ends.
All right, thanks, Coach.
That's it. Thank you. Appreciate it.